Most adults had pretty much the same reaction.
No, not much, huh?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 disgusting beverage fails.
What they hadn't factored in was the huge emotional attachment there was to this brand.
For this list, we're looking at drinks that were utter failures in their marketing, concept, taste, or a combination of all three. Do you look back unfondly on any of these drinks? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, OK Soda. It's usually a great thing for a product to live up to its name. That is, of course, unless the product's name is OK. From the marketing wizards that brought you New Coke, OK Soda was launched in 1993 as something akin to the anti-soda. With its neo-noir can design and non-marketing marketing campaign, the drink tried to appeal to the Generation X crowd.
We urge you to drink OK with full confidence that things are going to be OK.
Instead, it failed to hit it off with any target market, and ended up getting X'd off store shelves just 2 years later. And it wasn't just the confusing marketing. Not everyone seemed to be psyched about the taste either, which the soda's own advertising likened to carbonated tree sap.
Nothing could be further from the truth. It is a marketing tool only. A secret or code of any kind would be counterproductive. It would imply that OK is only for those who truly understand it. Please stop this rumor and help others to realize that things are going to be OK.
Number 19, Diet Pepsi Jazz.
When rich flavors meet zero-calorie cola, you get jazz.
You know how Sheldon Cooper feels about actual jazz music? Well, that's kind of how most people feel about Diet Pepsi Jazz Soda.
I'm really trying!
Released in 2006, this Diet Cola SKU from PepsiCo came in 3 different flavors: black cherry and French vanilla, strawberries and cream, and caramel cream. The tagline at launch hailed jazz soda as the new sound of cola, but apparently it was a sound that many folks did not want to hear. According to one blogger review from back in the day, the drink tasted okay, although the strawberries and cream flavor had a, quote, very noxious fake strawberry odor. There were those who probably liked it, but like real jazz, they were apparently in the minority. Number 18, Pepsi Blue.
Hi, this is Britney Spears wishing you a happy Pepsi Blue Christmas.
After PepsiCo saw a big jump in sales with the introduction of Mountain Dew Code Red in 2001, they decided that they needed a color jolt for their main cola as well. In 2002, following 9 months of taste testing, they gave us Pepsi Blue. While the company simply described the flavor as berry, consumers thought the overly sweet cola tasted like blueberries or raspberries, and even cotton candy. One of the biggest issues with it, though, was the Blue 1 coloring agent used to achieve its signature hue. Apparently, at the time, this compound was actually banned in a number of countries around the world.
Pepsi Blue, it's the mix.
Number 17, Vault. Seeing the success that their rivals over at PepsiCo were having with Mountain Dew, the Coca-Cola company decided to introduce Vault in 2005.
Oh no, he didn't. A Vault will help you put Casanova in his place.
Vault was an artificially flavored hybrid beverage with the tagline, drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. However, after 6 high-energy years, the brand lost its kick and was discontinued. Although the end of Vault can't just be blamed on the taste. In fact, the soda still has a cult following begging for its return.
Vault! Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink. Get to it!
But in 2011, the company made the decision to say goodbye to Vault and put their weight behind Mellow Yellow instead, citing its longer history and better brand awareness from consumers. Number 16, 7-Up Gold.
Introducing 7-Up Gold.
It might have been called 7-Up Gold, but this 1988 soda was not winning any medals. After merging with the Dr. Pepper Company back in 1987, it appears that 7-Up went scrolling through the doctor's old recipe books. What they found was a formula that was never used by the company. So they grabbed it, and that's what became 7-Up Gold. Now, maybe it would have worked for Dr. Pepper if they had tried it. But a dark, caffeinated, spice-flavored 7-Up made no sense to consumers. The company's goal for the new drink was to pick up 1% of the cola market. Instead, they only got 0.1% and discontinued it after a couple of months. Number 15, Dr. Pepper 10. Some beverages fail because of an unappealing taste or the use of controversial chemicals. But where Dr. Pepper 10 failed the hardest was with its seemingly sexist ad campaign. Released in 2011, Dr. Pepper 10 was a diet soda, so named because it only had 10 calories.
Manliest low-calorie soda in the history of mankind.
And while you would think that a low-cal soft drink would be something both men and women might enjoy, Dr. Pepper made sure to let everyone know that this soda was for the boys alone. Think we're exaggerating? Well, you obviously don't remember the drink's controversial ad slogan.
Catchphrase, Dr. Pepper 10, it's not for women!
We understand trying to make your diet soda more appealing to men, but is that really the only way to do it? Fail. Number 14, Tab Clear. In the early 90s, clear drinks were seemingly all the rage, from Zima to Crystal Pepsi and of course Tab Clear.
More than just a clear cola. Tab Clear. Taste and decide.
The lattermost was introduced specifically to not only rival Crystal Pepsi, but to destroy it. You see, back then, Coca-Cola wanted to compete with Pepsi for the clear soda market. Not willing to take a chance with a clear Coke, they introduced the world to Tab Clear in 1992. While they would have loved for it to be a hit, the more sinister plan was to market it as a diet soda. This would give the impression that Crystal Pepsi was also a diet soda and adversely affect both drinks. Suffice it to say, the plan worked, and by 1994, both products were dead.
Now everything becomes clear.
Number 13, HUBBA BUBBA Soda. Have you ever chewed on a piece of bubblegum and wished that you could just drink it in liquid form instead? Well, in the late 80s and early 90s, you could do just that with HUBBA BUBBA Soda. Yes, this was soda flavored like everyone's favorite childhood bubblegum. Or second favorite if you were a Bubblicious kid.
I know my mom would buy this for me, I tell you.
Really?
Yeah, this is perfecto.
The super sweet beverage was obviously geared towards children, with playful commercials and a major availability at Toys R Us stores. This, however, may have hampered their spread across the teenage and adult markets. While the soda had some initial success, just like the flavor of the Hubba Bubba gum, it disappeared pretty quickly. Number 12, Dr. Pepper Red Fusion. In 2002, Dr. Pepper did something they had never done before in the over 100-year history of the company. They introduced a new flavor.
So come on, partner. Let's ride.
And while Red Fusion came with a lot of hype and a big marketing campaign, it certainly wasn't, as opposed to the original, what the doctor ordered. Looking back at some online comments from the time, people called it everything from nothing special to disgusting.
You think I'm playing? Try it. We'll see who's playing.
Sure, there were those that dug the cherry-flavored soda, but obviously not enough given that declining sales led to it being discontinued within a year or two. Number 11, New Coke. Introduced in the 1880s, Coca-Cola was almost 100 years old when the company decided they needed to tweak the formula of the world's most popular soda. In 1985, with blind taste tests supposedly indicating that consumers preferred the sweeter Pepsi, the company rejigged their flagship cola and gave the world New Coke. And guess what? A lot of people liked it.
It's a hit. It's a Coke. Coke is it.
But there were also plenty who didn't, especially in the southern parts of the US, and they did well to make their concerns known.
It'll shake up the world. It's the way it should be. It's just how you feel when you know it's for real.
The real thing wasn't real anymore, and it took just 79 days for the company to announce the return of the original formula. Number 10, the Thanksgiving Dinner Holiday Pack. Jones Soda has managed to coexist with the heavyweights by carving out a niche for themselves with their unique photography-based bottle designs and willingness to embrace odd flavors. Yes, they offer up standards like root beer and cream soda, but they also do unusual flavors like peanut butter and jelly, chocolate, and foo-foo berry. It's the specialty in holiday releases where things get really odd. The 2007 Gingerbread Man flavor? That we can get behind. This Thanksgiving sampler? Not so much. The 2005 National Pack comes with the following flavors: turkey and gravy, Brussels sprouts with prosciutto, cranberry, wild herb stuffing, and pumpkin pie. The 2006 variety added an antacid flavor. Yikes, not exactly refreshing. Number 9, Maxwell Ready-to-Drink Coffee. Introducing a beverage that nobody needed. Making coffee simple. Add hot water to ground coffee beans in a filter and voila! Alternatively, stop at a drive-thru on your way to work. If you're really pressed for time and don't care about quality or taste whatsoever, instant coffee can be made, well, instantly. With these options available, taking coffee and putting it in a cardboard carton to then be poured out into mugs and reheated in the microwave had no justifiable reason to exist. In the end, it wasn't quicker or more convenient, and it certainly did not deliver a superior taste to a fresh brewed pot.
You know the secret to my cappuccinos, muchachos?
No, what?
100% goat milk.
Number 8, Pepsi AM. Sure, Maxwell House kinda blew it, but when it comes to revolutionizing the concept of the morning beverage, there have been far more spectacularly bad ideas. There are a lot of people who struggle to face the day without a morning dose of caffeine. Hoping to cash in on this demand, and maybe even convert some coffee drinkers, Pepsi unveiled Pepsi AM in 1989. To be clear, this wasn't some revolutionary new type of beverage. It was good old-fashioned Pepsi Cola with the caffeine level jacked way up.
You're all hopped up on the caffeine. I feel like I'm talking a little faster, but it's very hard to tell.
If your stomach is churning at the thought of starting your day with soda, you are not alone. It was discontinued just 1 year later.
What? I wanted a Pepsi.
Number 7, VO. It was only a matter of time before the leading soft drink manufacturer made an appearance. VO is a flavored carbonated milk beverage, which the Coca-Cola company introduced to American markets in 2009. Sure, milk is a popular drink all around the world, but it seems not everyone appreciated a carbonated variant of it. To the shock of nobody who wasn't working for Coca-Cola, it was deemed a failure and soon pulled from production. In their defense, such beverages do succeed elsewhere in the world. In Japan, they're actually quite common. This is simply a case of trying to push a market way outside of its comfort zone. That being said, an updated VO has since been introduced in India in 2016, where the product has seemingly fared better. Number 6, Budweiser B to the E. Can't we just keep it to one vice at a time? In the early 2000s, when energy drinks were all the rage, the quote-unquote king of beers decided to jump on the bandwagon by pumping a variation of their ever-popular beer full of caffeine. Boasting 6.6% alcohol and a hearty dose of caffeine, the beverage was certainly sending your body mixed messages. Leaving aside the fact that numerous studies have proven caffeinated alcoholic beverages to be incredibly dangerous, this brew was just downright disgusting. Oh, they also like to refer to it as Budweiser B to the E, like someone's deeply uncool uncle. You know, just to make you cringe twice as hard while drinking it. Number 5, AfterShock. If you were a bar and club goer in the 2000s, there's a good chance you tried AfterShock, or at least know people who did. Whether you liked it or not probably depended on how you felt about fruity alcoholic drinks, as AfterShock came in multiple flavors, including cherry, raspberry, and coconut. Usually done as a shooter, this malt liquor has been described by some as, quote, mouthwash with a different label. So it's a bit easy to see why it wasn't a huge success.
Is not meant for mortal men.
Neither was Omaha Beach, Blondie. Stop trying to scare us. Come on.
Due to its 30 to 40% alcohol content and the cool fire shots, AfterShock gained a loyal following among the younger party crowd of the aughts. But even they said their goodbyes once energy drinks entered the market. Number 4, True Blood. For starters, can you say false advertising? This carbonated beverage is not in fact blood, human or otherwise. It is, however, a tie-in to the hit HBO series True Blood, and the blood beverage that the vamps in the show consume to quench their insatiable thirst.
Don't drink the blood.
For die-hard fans of the series, this remarkably accurate-looking replica is sure to get their hearts pounding. Unfortunately, the marketing department decided to treat this beverage as more of a collector's item than a viable product, slapping on a hefty price tag that scared away many would-be faux vampires. Oh, and did we mention that most bloodsuckers in the show couldn't stand the stuff? Not exactly a great endorsement. Number 3, Ranch Dressing Soda. Like Jones, Lester's Fixins is known for taking soda pop to strange and often exciting new places. This soda is without a doubt meant as a novelty, but it makes you stop and wonder, how far is too far?
It smells like straight up puke.
Some of their concoctions are bizarre, but nonetheless inspire a desire to give them a try. Take bacon, PB&J, and pumpkin pie. Ranch flavor, on the other hand? The mere thought of it makes your stomach do somersaults. Based on their advertising, weird is clearly the angle they were going for.
Lester let loose on this one.
With this particular flavor, we wish they hadn't been so successful in achieving that goal. The smell is apparently repulsive, and the flavor has been described as, at best, unremarkable. Number 2, Coca-Cola BLAK. How do you connect with trendy young adults? How about making a mysterious black edition of your cola? Sure, that's great and all, but if you really want to get the people talking, you better drop a letter and randomly capitalize the K. Silly branding aside, Coca-Cola BLAK just didn't work. Why?
It's Coca-Cola and something called coffee essence.
Because its whole gimmick was that it was coffee flavored. Consider it Coca-Cola's own attempt to capture the coffee drinking market.
It kind of reminds me of an... Did he just spit that onto the floor?
They gave it a sophisticated-looking bottle that screamed flavored coffee and hoped to connect with the masses. Connect, they did not. It earned a few devotees, but mostly people preferred to keep their coffee and cola separate. It only lasted 2 years. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Cocaine. This drink promised serious levels of energy and was not afraid to invoke highly addictive illicit drugs to make that clear. The can even featured a font that looked like bumpy lines of white powder. The marketing was so problematic, the FDA actually had it banned on the grounds that Redux Beverages was, quote, illegally marketing the drink as both a street drug alternative and a dietary supplement.
We're just asking the business owners to take this drink off their shelves.
They compromised and rebranded it as No Name before eventually reverting back to the original name. Branding aside, this drink is also a bad idea for consumers. The caffeine and taurine levels are drastically higher than the competition, so much so that doctors have publicly warned against drinking it. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.